Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Real. He's got his Christmas jumper on. He's in Florida.
We're enjoying
Amazing.
a nice night in Florida right now. We got a nice 70 degrees out right now. Just absolute wonderful weather.
Mate, that's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at him. He's got, you got sun cruisers on the go.
Little surfside.
Surfside? Oh, wow.
And they're actually a lot cheaper than they are down in, up in New Jersey.
I can believe that. Well, we're a party of two tonight, mate. So
yeah, right when I knew, because usually he'll like give the thumbs up, or when I didn't hear anything, I go, oh no, something's up.
Hey, listen, that's all right. The show must go on, Brian.
It must. Do you think there's anything to do with, Everton kind of putting up a stinker that you didn't want to show?
They were very, they weren't very, what's the word? Virile, energetic, were they?
That was one of the most boring games I've watched in a while.
Yeah, and it was horrible, like a horrible penalty. And again, just to scupper your bets further, just when you think Saka's going to step up, they give an absolute gift to Gyökeres.
I know. You know what though? I think that's one of those moves though that like they're trying to get him on track. Like he hasn't scored a ton of goals for them, but from what all the pundits say, like he really works really hard. Like he just battles these center backs all game, and it kind of open things up for the wingers and for guys like Eze or Rice or Odegaard. So he's just kind of doing all the hard work, and they're just winning games.
No, killer.
It's just crazy though that they always had said like, oh, we need a center forward, and like they bring a guy in who's not even really scoring goals, but he's doing all the hard work.
Who was prolific last year in Portugal, and everyone was bleating about him. But yeah, tough one. Do we want to go straight in with the football, or have you got anything else going on? I've been watching the darts like ridiculous.
You're into it, now. Huh? I saw a clip. I think one of the guys is from like Africa, and he's been like the new star. Like it's incredible.
Yeah.
Like I think he's like a professor or something like that. I don't know. Maybe you know more than I, but that was like one of the main clips I saw going viral.
There's been a few. Like there's a couple of surprises this time. The big Dutch guys causing problems. You've got Champagne Charlie Mamby, who's this youngster. He's won against it. He absolutely
that was the guy who beat
the guy.
Menzies, right?
Yeah, he beat Menzies, and then that's when Menzies had a meltdown, and then he's just beaten American tonight in the second session tonight. The last match, he just wiped the floor with him. 3 sets to 0. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's bad. Like my name's Gary, and I've got a problem with that.
You're hooked. You're hooked.
It's mental. It's badness, mate. But it's this time of year, and it goes now. Like they'll do a day tomorrow, and then they'll have a couple of days off for Christmas, and then right when I'm home, it'll be on all the time. You go in the pubs, it's on.
I remember my dad told me when he was over visiting my sister, and I think he's watching Sky Sports all day, and he's just like they just have sports on, that I would never really watch before. But he's like, I'm interested. I remember he was telling me, he's like, I watched cricket. I had no clue what was going on, but it seemed interesting.
Mate, I'm 45 and I still don't really know what's going on with the cricket. It's either you love it or you hate it. It's one of those things. Have you seen the tackle, the Isak tackle?
I did. Yeah, was it broken ankle?
There's another one that winds me up. But when commentators, they go, oh, it's his knee.
No,
and it's like, it's not his knee, is it? He's got hold of his ankle. And I heard something today funny, like it was a contact injury. It's not his knee. He's been struggling with injuries, but I wouldn't say Isak's injury prone, would you?
He had a couple things with his groin when he was at Newcastle that like he'd miss a couple games here and there, but other than that, he was pretty healthy overall.
Yeah. The knock-on effect for this is they kind of have to keep Salah now, don't they? Unless they get somebody else in.
He scored the winner in AFCON today.
Last-minute winner against the mighty Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Yeah, and they were a goal down as well.
I was trying to find like how to watch some of those games. I just couldn't track it down like really anywhere.
Yeah, I haven't seen where it is. I don't even know. Sometimes on the apps, that FootMob or something.
You know me, I'm looking for some action, whatever.
Mate, you had a weekend again. And Bruno Fernandes killed you again.
I know. Do you want
to talk about that?
That's one of the things I think I'm really, really upset about, because it's clear they already said he's out for a month. So they knew right away he had pulled his hamstring. He knew it too. But he decides to stay out there. And I remember there was actually a ball that got put into him, and he didn't hit it with his right foot. He actually put it onto his left, because I think he knew if he took a full full, kick at it, he probably would have really, really hurt himself. But why are they not taking him off right there? And then they wait till halftime. It's like, why would you risk further injury of your captain, of probably your best player?
And not only that, right? I mean, okay, listen, it absolutely scuppered your bet because you couldn't get it voided. Because if he'd have gone off injured,
yeah,
it's a void bet, right?
Because I had Villa to win and I had Morgan Rogers to score, and let's talk about him. That Tuchel's got a tough call, man. Because Bellingham's been playing great for Real Madrid, too. I think he scored on the weekend, and obviously he is. I was actually watching a documentary on them. It's in Spanish, so it's a little bit, but the Real Madrid fans love him. Like, they love him above, like, anyone who's at the club there. Like, they love him there.
Is that a boat going past you right now?
That's a train, actually. Sorry about that.
All right, I was going to say, that would have been big time.
Listen, we got to deal with some things here, but it's a zoo inside the house right now, so I don't know. I've been setting up shop all day outside.
Do you feel like Morgan Rogers is going to be one of those people, though, mate, where if he goes to the World Cup, which he probably will, and he should.
Oh, he'll definitely go. I don't know if he's going to.
He's not going to play, and they're just going to be. If England have a bit of a wobble, he's going to be the one that the media are like, "You've got to play Morgan Rogers. You've got to play Morgan Rogers."
Yeah,
yeah.
I just think that, like, listen, it's kind of an embarrassment of riches. Like, if they could ever figure out how to play these guys together. I mean, he just in that game, because Villa was doing nothing in that game against United. Like, United really wasn't. They had a couple good chances, but he just kind of was like, "All right, I'm taking over this game." Like, and he gets that ball. It's kind of like the reverse Salah. He gets that ball. He kind of does that same move every time onto the right foot, and just. Did you see the ref cam video?
Yes.
That is probably the best use of the ref cam, other than the McTominay just destroying AC Milan guys the other night. That was another funny one. But no, this was probably the best usage of the ref cam. Like, you saw a perfect angle of that goal, and it was just beautiful.
And then that's got to be the one this week.
There you go.
Mate, that thing is still going,
I know. I saw that. It's up to like 520 or something like that.
I got a thing today asking me on IG, asking if I would consent to have it translated by Meta AI.
Yeah, go ahead.
So they can fire out all over the... Yeah, can you imagine
that? Go ahead.
Like,
get us all over the place.
The funniest thing about this is, one, trying to get AI to figure out what on earth the lads are saying. Because the amount of comments say, translation, please. And then, can you imagine this going to, like, Thailand? And people in Thailand trying to work out what the hell is going on?
Oh, that Geordie talk is just...
It's just... I love...
It really was a perfect video, though. Like, it was just... It encaps everything we kind of talk about. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just like lightning in a bottle. We got to find that next viral clip.
That's it. We get one of them a month. We're rolling a little bit, I think, but we'll see. But do you want to talk about your beloved Magpies first off? Get them out the way.
I mean, honestly, it was overall a great game to watch. Like, it really was. Like, I thought it was well played. I thought we came out like that's exactly what I wanted to see from them coming out after that dumpster fire of a game at Sunderland. I wanted to see them come out with energy. I wanted to see them come out with like, all right, let's show we got some balls, and that's exactly what they did. I just think that there was a key moment in the game. Voltemata had a chance. Gordon put another great cross into him. He had a perfect chance to make it 3-0. Chelsea would have just quit at that point. But they kept it at 2-0. And then it's just like that. You can't give Reece James any chance around that side of the box. He makes it. He scores a goal every time.
You knew it was going. He's flashed it across goal, hasn't he? Like Gordon, yeah. But as soon as Reece James gets it there, you're like, this is going.
I know. And it's just the way that this season's been going for this team. They just have no ability to close out games. And I think they were pressing so hard. And I know it's hard to press for 90 minutes, but like that's what got them. Like, that was one of the best games I've seen Gordon play. He was all over the place, just running around like a madman. I think they realized that Sanchez, the goalie for Chelsea, is not that great with his feet. So basically, they were just, every time he got the ball, they just attacked him.
They were going on it.
And then Tonali and Bruno. Penalty or no penalty? That's the thing that's tough, because I don't really know like the rules that well, but the way I look at it is like, in reality, it is just a shoulder to shoulder. But the way that he came in like a bat out of hell, and I feel like if that happens anywhere else on the pitch, it's a foul, maybe even a card.
That's the thing, isn't it?
And
that's the thing.
But because it's in the box, they're never going to call that.
But, the problem is with that tackle, you've seen that challenge given, the one on Gordon. You've seen a red card be given or you've seen a penalty be given for that. So why have they not give it there? It's the same thing with the Xavi Simons one. Was it as bad as some of them? Probably not. But people are getting sent off for that, so you have to send him off. That's the problem with the Newcastle one, is there's no consistency there as well. They haven't even given it a second look. The ref basically just said, get back on the pitch.
Would have been a great win though, but I mean Chelsea is listen, they've got talented guys, and Maresca made some good adjustments at halftime because they came out. I mean, I don't know if he threatened their families at halftime, but they came out like a different ball club, and even Cole Palmer still is not like fully up to speed yet. They kind of took him out, and then they were rolling a bit, but it's just frustrating because we've got a lot of injuries right now, and you look at it's all defenders. It's Dan Burns, Sven Botman, Tino Livramento, Kieran Trippier. Like, when you're missing 4 guys that are, because what's his name? I think we were trying to transition away from Fabian Schär, and then we got to play him now, and he hasn't really been in the mix that much this year, and you could tell he's just getting a little bit older. He took a free kick too right outside the box, and I was like, he barely kept it in the stadium. I'm like, why is he the one taking that at this point?
But if he'd have scored that volley,
I know
it would have been one of the goals of the season.
I know. It's just so frustrating because you got such a good start, and I feel great for Voltemata getting 2 goals after the Sunderland game, and he had a pretty funny interview with Peter Crouch after the game.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
he's literally like, you could see he was like a kid in a candy store. Like he wanted to meet him so bad, and you could tell they kind of Peter Crouch kind of respects his game. They both kind of play very similar, like a very skillful big man, not quite that true number 9, but yeah, Voltemata. I mean that was a great. I think you took him out of your lineup, right?
No, I put him in.
You did?
Put him back in, snuck him in last minute.
Well, that must have been nice.
He got me points this week. Yeah, he did all right for me.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
I had Haaland as captain and him.
You can't ask for more from the guy. I mean, just coming in, he came in late too. He's been putting up goals. Like, he's just a quality player, and I think he's going to develop even more. I would love to actually see him and Johan Vissa play together at some point. Almost play Voltemata as the 10, Vissa as the 9. His hold-up play, and Vissa's got that quickness in the box. I think they could actually really work out pretty well together, but we'll see what happens. But man, they brought on Alanga, and Barnes were pretty shocking when they came on. Alanga's got no clue what's going on when he's in the final third. Like, he just has no awareness of what's going on around him. Like, they had a 3-on-2, and they had a perfect opportunity, and he's just ripping one from basically the inside the edge of the box. Doesn't even come close to the target. It's like, you got to put a shot on target there. You have 3-on-2. And then Harvey Barnes also missed. And it would have been a really, really great goal, but it's like, you're right there. Left foot, just put it in. And it's like, you go from being, and that's where it's like tough because like the table is so tight right now. It's like every point counts, but overall, I think not a terrible performance. I'm pretty happy with that first half. And, listen, Chelsea's a top 4 or 5 team right now. So anytime you can get points off those teams, it's a win. And not a win in my book, but it's, at least we didn't lose.
I mean, how many times, this season, like you've lost, you've give away leads, and like against us, you lost the game against us. You've lost other games as well, so you got to take.
They've given up 13
really?
points from a winning position this season already.
Which, if you look at it as well, if you start looking at the table with that, I mean, it puts you on
top 4 easily.
Puts you 36 points. It puts you.
That's what Villa's on, right? 36.
Yeah, City again. City, this is how mad it is. When City won on Saturday, they went top for a day. I mean, me and Anthony have been banging the drum, haven't we, all to say Arsenal, City are going to win the league. City do it again, 3-0 at home. Haaland gets 2, clean sheet, 3 goals. They're just bopping along, winning games, so it's just...
And they just control games too. Like, they just control, what they do? They just like wait for you to make a mistake. And I feel like that was kind of like West Ham, West Ham, that they're never going to win that game, but they just kind of waited for West Ham to make mistakes, and then that Reinders is kind of coming into his own a little bit too. But that the one thing I took away from that game, and that Cherky is fun to watch. Like, he does 10 or 12 things during a game that you're like, that's just fun to watch. And I bet you Pep hates it, but listen, he's producing, he's getting assists. He doesn't really seem to like really want to score goals. He just kind of wants to set up everything, and he wants to be kind of like the talisman on the outside. But man, those fans, you could tell that because they're loud when he gets the ball. And he just kind of wants to put on a show out there, which we'll see how that mixes with Pep. But he has been a awesome watched to see so far.
Do you think it now, like Jack Grealish is looking at that going, I mean, not only has he stole his number, but now he's looking at it going, well, I was doing that. So why was I out in the cold?
Yeah, why
Is
was it a
because
problem
City have changed
then?
the way-
Now it's...
Yeah. Now he's like the superstar, and Grealish was doing that at the beginning. Is that because you think that's because of the way City have changed things, or do you think it's just new flavour?
I think also, too,
I mean,
the competition, too. Maybe not as strong as when Grealish was there.
yeah, fair.
You know, Grealish,
That's fair.
when Grealish was there, you know, they had to battle with... Because you remember, too, like, one of the best players that City had was that Julian Alvarez, who went to Atletico Madrid. He was unbelievable. So, you know, they'd sometimes play him on the wing with Haaland. Sometimes they'd play, you know. So I think that the competition was, I think Bernardo Silva was a lot younger, playing a little bit more up front. But now it's just kind of like some of the guys that I think Cherokee's competing against, I just don't think are, you know, it's probably like an Oscar Bob who's pretty young. And some of these other guys, like, I think it's kind of like Marmouche is at AFCON. Like, you got to play him.
Yeah, he's in opportunities, isn't it? What else do we want to go for?
Well, I think, like, looking at that Liverpool game again, I mean, what were your thoughts on the actual tackle? Because I felt like watching that game, they were doing some shady stuff out there, Tottenham.
Well, I texted you, didn't I? I mean, Liverpool...
This is actually live. I got to run inside. It's about to start pouring right now.
Really?
We'll keep this in, though. Holy shit.
Florida.
It can happen at any moment. I just saw the sprinkles coming down. I'm like, what is going on here? We're going to keep it going, though. We're going live.
Look
From
at
the
this guy's on the
snowstorm.
move. You're
Oh,
like
my God. It's actually coming down pretty hard. Look at this.
What are you, in the lanai there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's my workstation. That was close. All right, now we're moving. Sorry about that. I did not expect.
That's all right, mate.
You literally look at the rain in the forecast, and it's like nothing on there. Here, 1 second. Let me just turn.
Oh, it's flat.
All right, we're back.
That was sharp. That was sharp.
Literally out of nowhere. It's just like, I'm like, is it raining right now? Yeah, that literally can happen at any point in Florida.
Yeah, no, true. Do you know what? But on that, though, the tackle, I mean, listen, he's got to go for it because it's last ditch, because he knows if he doesn't go for it, he's taking the shot. Isak's got to go for the shot. So it's a tackle that happens a lot, but it isn't a great challenge. His foot does kind of get stuck. Van der Ven kind of scissors him. It's very awkward tackle. People are like, if that was anywhere on the field, he'd have got sent off. If he hadn't have hit the target, he'd have got sent off. Maybe. But if you're playing if you've been in that position, you've got to go for that. You've got to just throw everything at it in the hope that he can't. I wouldn't have said Van der Ven's trying to get him.
No, I don't. It didn't look like that. It just looked like his ankle kind of got caught in.
It was just really awkward, like the way
you see that in the NFL with injuries like that, where like someone will just be standing around a pile and then someone will get thrown on the back of their legs and it's just torn ACL. Yeah,
there's nothing you can do. It's just like the weight of everything just takes it, and it wasn't great. It wasn't great. I mean, you knew as soon as he'd done it, you're like, oof, not great. But I just think, I mean, I text you, didn't I? I text you and Anthony in the group chat, and I'm like, you know, the king of the shithouses is coming on. He's going to cause absolute mayhem, and he did. And it's funny, like Liverpool just aren't built to deal with it, because it was very similar to the Leeds game for me. That game, they were defensively, they were set up really well, very difficult to break down. They were they literally did take advantage of Tottenham's mistakes to get the goal. Both goals. And, I mean, all right, got a little bit of fortune with the header.
How long was Isak on for before he got hurt? I mean, I know, like, there's a lot of Newcastle fans that are kind of celebrating. I don't celebrate injuries. I thought a guy like that, I know, listen, he didn't do the right thing by the team, but he also was a massive part of you winning your first trophy in 70 years. Like, are you going to completely throw that away? Like, people are rooting for injuries. Like, I think that's bad karma. You root for injuries, and it's going to come back and bite you at some point. And then it's like, then you're the one standing there holding the bag of shit. So it's like...
Well, that's it. Eventually, karma's going to get you. I mean, listen, people will say it's karma because he held out the way he did. And, you know, like, I think that's why it's important with the Salah thing that he came out and played last week and sort of made amends and called a truce with everybody, or called a truce with whoever he needed to do. But Liverpool they were cruising. I was screaming at the telly for the last 20 minutes, just keep the ball, keep the ball, keep the ball. And they couldn't do it. It'd go wide to Kirkes, he'd let it go under his foot. Jones went through, and all he had to do, if he could have just kicked it into the corner, and he did, but he's trying to keep it, he's held onto it, he's got nipped. The one where he's give it away and Richarlison's gone through. Like,
Spurs look better with 9 men.
Well, and that's but the thing what they were doing, and it's what Leeds did. It's what who else played against us and did the same thing. Just absolutely
Newcastle.
pinging balls
When we had like 10, when we went down to 10 men.
Newcastle did it to us.
When we went down to 10 men,
did it to us as well.
It was one of those things where it was like it went down to 10 men, and then we actually started playing better at that point. It's like.
And that whole thing about it's just you put Dan Burn up front or you put Romero up front like they did the other day, or when Leeds put somebody up front, you just do it. It causes absolute chaos, and we're not prepped for that. You know, it's just a shame because
what was going on with Romero though? He was
what an absolute whopper.
I know.
Though. Like,
if I was a Spurs fan watching that, I'd be so mad watching that.
Be fuming.
Yeah.
Like there's 5 minutes left. You've just won a free kick. You're battering us, and he's a player that can cause murder in a box.
Yeah,
like just take it. All right, why did he have to lash out? He goes in the box, they knock the ball in the box.
He was relentless on the refs after that.
It's almost like I heard one today where it's almost like they've said to Romero, "We'll make you captain, so you're literally allowed to bollock the ref whenever you want because you've got the captain's armband on." He does not seem
like a real captain. Like he just.
No.
It's like, this guy, what was he, part of the World Cup team for Argentina? And they're like, well, let's give it to him.
Yeah, but who is a captain in that Spurs team?
I don't know.
I just don't know.
I don't know.
Do you know who you're giving it to? But I mean, if I'm Thomas Frank, I'm putting Richarlison on earlier.
Yeah. He was a menace out there. It just
causes mayhem.
Yeah.
And chaos is this thing this season, isn't it? Like long throws, balls in the box, bodies everywhere like that. The league is changing a little bit like that, and I think that's what happens at Liverpool. Just haven't got to grips with it yet because they're used to playing a certain way. Leeds. Leeds did this to Palace? Did you see that?
Yeah, I was very surprised. I was very surprised at that score, but that was, Calvert-Lewin's been playing great. Like if he can stay fit, man, he's going to keep them up.
He's an option. He's like your Danny Welbeck, isn't he? He's another option. He's a guy who's been around the league. He knows how to score goals. And Palace looked tired, and they had a rough one in the week. They were supposed to beat that Cups
in the Conference League.
If they'd have won that, we would have gone into the top 8, and they wouldn't have had to go playoff. But they drew 2-2, and now they've got to go into a playoff.
You got to go play in some weird spots in that league too, right?
You're in the middle of nowhere.
I looked at some of the names, and I'm like, I couldn't even tell you what country that team plays in.
I think they're a Polish team that are top of the Conference League thing. But there's a few teams in there that, you don't want to be. It's like Borat's hometown and a couple other places, where you're going to be going. But
yeah,
Leeds look, and I've been saying Leeds are done, but I don't know.
Listen, they just keep on doing well, and I mean, listen, they just keep on stacking points when they're at home too, right?
That's it. They've got a couple of games coming up though. They've got Sunderland away on the 28th. Then they've got us at home on the 1st of January.
Sunderland's missing like 7 guys at AFCON, though, so it'll be interesting to see how they hold up.
Yeah, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Because they drew 0-0 this weekend, just didn't really have enough, did they? But then, Leeds have got Man United, and then they've got Newcastle. So they've got games coming up that could cause them problems. But just listen, if the home advantage for Leeds and Sunderland this year is going to be massive. Then you got Villa.
Another win.
Celebration.
Another win.
I love the Unai Emery celebration.
Did you see the coat? That coat almost went into the sky.
Oh mate, I'd have been, if I was in the crowd, I'd have grabbed that coat and ran off.
Man, if they can get some investment in January, I'm telling you, man, they're good. Like they've got good players. I mean, but if they lose 1 or 2 guys, they're just done.
Yeah.
But they've got great players all around that. Tielemans is good in the middle. McGinn is a solid winger.
McGinn's excellent, mate. Oh, he plays in midfield, doesn't he? He's excellent, McGinn.
But they played him out on the wing this game. Morgan Rogers playing
Yeah.
great. They've got Watkins and Malen to play, off of each other, or just kind of sub and take your poison that day. And they've been really good at the back. That Ezri Konsa, it's been playing really well. And actually, that was a little medicine for Man United. They, Villa's starting a center back that played 300 games for Man United, Lindelof.
I didn't even clock that, I watched that game as well.
I'm like, Lindelof, wasn't he on Man United forever? But
I thought he fell off a cliff.
Yeah, that was an interesting one that the first Morgan Rogers goal, I think Euro just kind of like went out to him real slow, and Rogers one step right by him, right foot.
That's great, wasn't it? But back to your point before, though, about Fernandes. I mean, not only is it scuppered your bet, but if you're injured and you know what you've done, listen, if you've done your hamstring like that to the point now where you're out for 4 weeks,
he probably hurt it more.
There's a lot of questions, yeah, exactly. Like, has he made it worse by staying on for 10 minutes, which he probably has? Or, you know, what if Villa score? What if Villa go and score there? And, like, he just, again, he's just dragged the team down.
Well, didn't Villa
a
score?
little
I
bit
thought,
more.
like, Rogers scored in, like, the 45th minute. So it did happen.
Really?
Yeah, Rogers
Again,
scored
you
in
know
the
what? Look at
45th
me.
minute. Yeah, that was right before halftime.
See, so, I don't know, I'd just be fuming with that. Be like, get off. You're injured. You're obviously... And there's the thing as well. Not only did he not go off, they stopped the game and then give Man United a drop ball. It was weird.
I didn't understand that at all.
It was a strange
It's like
moment
Bruno
in the
stopped
game.
the game. He's like, stop.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
It's
no,
like, no,
if you're going to
and
do
then
that,
it's
you
like,
got to
I'm
go
all right.
off. You got to go off if you're going to do that.
Yeah. But it wasn't a good one, like, but anyway. And then did you watch Fulham today?
I'm not going to lie. Well, I forgot that it was on. I was working today for a little bit, and I kind of turned it around. I turned it on kind of at halftime, but I watched that second half. I don't think Forrest had one dangerous moment in the entire half.
And then the penalty was it, wasn't it? That was the game. Harry Wilson got injured, though, didn't he?
Yeah, it looked like I saw him talking to a trainer at the end there, but that guy Jimenez, that's another one, 34-year-old striker. That is, I mean, he's still out there. He's playing minutes every week. That's how a team like Fulham can stay up when they have these guys performing well.
Yeah, he had remember him at Wolves? He was absolutely brilliant, and then he had that horrific injury. Never quite recovered from it, but still, like, he's a good player, and he just needs to be consistent and consistently play. But
yeah, it was an interesting week. It was a little bit of a quieter week. I mean, I don't think there's much to talk. Like, Brighton Sunderland was a draw, Bournemouth Burnley draw. You know, the Everton Arsenal game wasn't really a great game.
Yeah, it's the first week for 5 weeks where there's been less than 30 goals.
Yeah.
It was 24 this week. So, yeah, not as many. A couple of 0-0s, a few 1-0s.
I went 1 for 3 on my
1-1s.
picks. Oh.
Yeah, what happened there? Talk us through this, because we haven't really. You know what, mate? You've dodged bullets here the last couple of weeks about
I had
this.
to eat an onion.
Well,
last week the ticket cashed if you put it in. I mean, yeah, one guy got hurt and the other guy didn't even play, but yeah, Morgan Rogers. I may use Morgan Rogers every week now if they're gonna until they stop him.
Well, look, this week who the Villa got this week? Villa got Chelsea away.
Listen, we'll see. Chelsea's Chelsea gives up goals. I mean,
are you sticking with your shots on target?
I got to take a look. You know, we're gonna be probably filming from a special spot, maybe on the golf course on. Well, actually, now games are on Friday, right?
So Saturday.
I thought.
Well, Newcastle Man United.
Newcastle Man United's on. No, that's on Friday.
And then there's 8 games on Saturday.
That's so much.
7 games on Saturday.
I hated that this weekend where there was only one game on Sunday. I was like, come on, spread it out a little bit.
Well, it's like olden days, isn't it? It's like this is Christmas now. Like they do all the games on the Saturday. I do like sometimes. I know it's a nightmare for some people, but I do like the spread when it's like 7:30, 10 o'clock, 12:30.
Well, that's what I was banking on because I had a flight at 9:30 on Sunday morning, and I was praying. I was like, oh, this will be perfect. 9:30 Premier League game will be on. You know, JetBlue's got DirecTV. They'll have it on USA or NBC or one of those. Had to wait till 11:30. So I watched the new Jurassic Park. It was shit.
Was it?
Shit.
I watched because my missus flew home on Saturday night. So I watched one battle after another.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
I loved it. I saw that in theaters.
How good is Benicio del Toro's character?
The Sensei?
The Sensei.
He is incredible in that. And apparently, because I was listening to some interviews with the director and Leo, and apparently, like, he showed up pretty late into filming. Like, his character, like, he was filming another movie. So that he kind of came in, and apparently he, like, rewrote his entire role. And, like, he's, like, had all of these different ideas for the character. And apparently the director was like, holy shit, like, this is 100% better than what I had planned for you. So, like,
the bit where he goes, I'm not even giving the story away, but the bit where he goes through the shop and he goes up the back of the shop, up the stairs, then he goes through a door, into another room, and then he's like, oh, and he's introducing DiCaprio's character to everyone.
Yeah, he literally brought him into an apartment, made him shake everyone's hand, and you know what? He's doing that to try and calm him down, because all he was trying to do is charge his phone, like, freaking out.
It was a good scene that where he's like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "I'm in the corner."
Yeah.
He's charging his phone everywhere he sees.
I thought that movie was really good. I thought Sean Penn's character was wild in it too.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
it was a good movie. Like I've got to think of something to watch on the plane on Christmas Eve now when I fly back.
I also loved that car chase scene at the end. The way they shot that. It was almost like you're going to get sick.
Yeah. Really clever what the girl does
Yeah.
as well. I mean, we've absolutely buckling the movie here, but like really clever what the girl does as well. But
no, I thought it was
enjoyed it, mate.
honestly, it's probably the best movie I've seen this year. I just love like new original stuff like that, where it's like not some remake or not some.
Apparently, it is a remake of a Japanese film or something like that.
Interesting,
but still, I mean,
that was you remember? Do you remember The Departed?
Yeah,
that was also a remake of like a Japanese like cop drama too. Yeah. It's like loosely based, like Jack Nicholson's character is kind of loosely based on Whitey Bulger, and then it's kind of a similar story of like a Japanese like cop, like basically similar
infiltrating.
Story.
Yeah, look at us cinephiles.
We have to change this to Monday Night Cinephile.
Oh my god,
the nights where Anthony's not here.
Well, that's yeah. He just goes off talking about talking snides about Liverpool stuff. Anyway, given that Anthony's not here, we'll do this before we nip out, before we go, and you can go back to Surfsides and.
We got a little Monday. We got a little 49ers Colts tonight too.
Oh, there you go. What do you think of DK Metcalf? 2-game suspension.
Apparently, this fan has targeted him before when he was playing for Seattle, and he traveled there But here's the thing: DK Metcalf had to walk over to the guy. It's not like the guy was right there in his face. Like he was 20 feet away from the guy. Just go sit at a different part of the bench. Like. Why would you go do that? And like the Steelers they're not in the playoffs yet. Like they need him. He's like their only really good receiver. So, I mean, you really just put so much in jeopardy. And you know how much that cost him? About $577,000. It was 2 games, no pay. I mean, he almost went full Cantona on them. He didn't go full Karate Kid, but
it was reckless.
He did exactly what that guy wanted him to do. That guy wanted to get a reaction. Now the guy's, I've contacted lawyers and so he'll end up getting sued too by the guy. Just kind of fell right into the trap. I hate fans like that.
There's no need for it, is there?
Well, didn't the guy that Cantona kicked, like, didn't he like lose his mind in court or something like that?
He ran from that guy ran from the top of the stand down to the bottom there to get him. And apparently the guy, did you see the one from the first game of the season at Anfield? Yes. The guy in the disabled section, or the guy in the front row he's now claiming that he never racially abused Semenyo. So when it's been taken to court, honestly, it's. I hope he gets nailed. If he has done it, I hope he gets nailed because there's no accountability anymore. It's ridiculous. See, now I'm starting to turn to an old man. Right, predictions. You know what I thought was we'll do Anthony's predictions for him. I think so. I think that's right. Yeah, I think so too. All right, first game, Man United at home to Newcastle.
I'm gonna go Newcastle. I mean, no Bruno for Man United. I mean, that's gonna be no Bruno, no Mbeumo. No Winnow. That's a Newcastle win there.
Do you know what? I'll go Newcastle as well. I reckon Anthony would have gone Man United here, wouldn't he?
I think he would actually. He would.
Yeah, I think he would as well because he's fairly, he's Everton and Man United have that weird connection.
It'd be incredible though if we picked these for him and he somehow wins.
Well, it'd be the only way he would win because he hasn't done fuck all. All right, Forest at home to Man City. I think Anthony would go Forest here because it's
especially
Christmas,
how well they look today.
Yeah, yeah. Anthony will go. I think Man City are going to win, if I'm honest. What do you reckon?
I'm going to go Man City. I mean, they are just a machine right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. Arsenal at home to Brighton. I'm going to go Brighton.
I'm going to go draw on this one, actually. I think you're right. I think Arsenal's kind of in line. They've got some injuries, too, that they're kind of dealing with. But I still think they're due for a stinker. Pressure, but yeah. I think, given that, I think Anthony would probably go for Brighton. Just because he doesn't like Arsenal. No, and especially Brighton on the road. He would have really liked them too.
Yeah, I think so too. All right. Brentford against Bournemouth. Brentford at home.
Ooh, I'm going to go draw on this one. I think this is one of those games where there's going to be goals in this game, but I think it's going to be like a 2-2.
I think, what do I go? Anthony always talks about Bournemouth. You know what? I'm going to go Bournemouth for Anthony.
He is a big Semenyo fan. I know that.
He does, and he's a big, Areola fan as well. All right, Burnley against Everton. Burnley are at home.
I'm going to go draw on this one.
I might go draw as well, actually.
We got to give Anthony the Ev on this one.
Clearly he's going Ev, isn't he? Anthony's gone for a lot of aways this week. It's interesting, that, isn't it? All right, Liverpool against Wolves. I've got to go Liverpool. Yeah. Jesus.
I don't know who's playing up front for Liverpool, but What do you think their lineup will be?
It's interesting. Is this the game that Chiesa gets the start?
But where would they play him? On the right?
Because he's a right winger.
Is Harvey Elliott on loan?
Yeah, but he hasn't played. Like, that's another one. Do they just bring him back?
Bring him back just to have an extra body?
They're going to have to. I mean, he's going to have to come back.
He's not using them, so.
Not at all.
Just because Villa is such a unit.
Yeah, and they're paper thin. I'm going to say Anthony would want Liverpool to win. So I'm going to put him.
Yeah, he's a big.
I think he would want Liverpool to win. All right, West Ham at home to Fulham.
I'm going to go West Ham in this one. You know, they didn't look great in their last game, but I think it's a quick turnaround for Fulham. Fulham also, like we said, Harry Wilson looked like he went down with a little bit of a knock. I think West Ham's a little bit better at home. I think Jared Bowen will score. It'll be a 1-0, 1-0.
Yeah, all right. I think Anthony will go for a draw on that one. That's the one he sits on the fence. All right, Chelsea at home to Villa. Can Villa win this game?
Villa. Love Villa.
I think it's a draw, this one. Anthony actually, he jumped the gun last weekend on the text. And you went on this text thread. He went big time at half-time on Newcastle-Chelsea to Dawson and Graham. And then had to eat shit at the end.
So he's the curse. I did not know that happened. I can't stand when people do that.
So he was giving it the big lick. So I think, honestly, closet Chelsea fan, he's picking Chelsea this week. I definitely think that's what's going to happen. Sunderland at home to Leeds.
I'm going to go draw there. I don't think Sunderland has not lost at home, so I think Anthony will probably take Leeds to win.
I think so too, you know.
Yeah.
Because Calvert-Lewin as well, the whole tie. Yeah, I'll go draw as well. All right, and then Crystal Palace at home to Tottenham. I don't think anyone wants to win this game. Either team.
I think
Romero.
No Romero, no Siemens, no...
Yeah, true.
I mean, they don't look...
I'm going Palace.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Palace too. They haven't been playing great, but I think Oliver Glasner is probably going to be out. He's going to leave to go somewhere.
He's not signing a contract, is he?
Why would you? He's going to get plucked by somebody.
Yeah, true. All right, then. I think Anthony will go for a draw on that one. Absolute fence sitter. Mate, if he gets these ones, if he wins now, it'll be tragic.
We'll never hear the end of it.
Mate, listen, have a great Christmas or great holidays.
You too. Have a great holidays as well. Have a Merry Christmas. Safe travels out there.
Mate.